Regarding what you folks are watching this program for, this session is one of the most important of all the topics we're going to cover, and that's the art of questioning. You see, as we mentioned earlier, the interesting extrovert is a pretty talkative person. The interested introvert is a good listener. Now, one thing I find in most people in sales is they have a tendency to talk too fast, too much, and try to control the conversation. Now, as I get into these different types of questions, the first thing you have to realize is, why do we master questioning? What are the reasons behind questioning? Well, here's the thing that's going to happen if you are a master questioner. Number one, you gain control of the conversation. See, many people feel like, well, if I'm talking, I'm in control because they have to listen to me, when it's just the opposite. Many people's minds are so filled with data today that they aren't really listening. They're drifting, they're thinking about other things in their life. So if you really want to control that conversation, become a master questioner. The next reason is to determine their areas of interest. You see, if I ask you the right questions, you'll start just telling me the areas of interest in any subject. And if I can keep you discussing your areas of interest, not only does your mind open up to me, but you'll want to continue the conversation. Time passes rapidly when you're letting the other person answer lots of questions. The next reason is to get minor agreements. You see, I've found over the years that a minor agreement, or let's just say a minor yes, I get enough of those and build the yes momentum, and the final decision is just carried because of getting all of these minor agreements. Now, the next reason we ask questions is to arouse and to control emotions. You see, we're going to learn, you'll hear this again, that nobody really says yes to the final decision logically. They give you that final yes emotionally, then defend that decision logically. So we're really in the emotional business. We're building the right emotions to where at the end of our presentation, the next wonderful thing that happens is they want to make an exchange. Take my financial situation here and give me the benefits you have to offer. The next reason we become master questioners is to isolate objections. You see, people have areas of concern, objections, and you can isolate them and get them right out in the forefront of their mind so you can handle them with the right questions. Then, of course, once you have that objection, we then also use questions to actually answer the area of concern, to overcome it. The next reason is to determine what they want to own. See, you know what you want to sell. What we want to do with questioning is find out what do they want to own. And the next reason, of course, is to acknowledge a fact. If I ask the right questions, all of a sudden a fact gets acknowledged, and that fact is what I need to lead them to the final agreement. Now, here's a truth that I'd like you to accept. If I say it, they tend to doubt it. If they say it, it's true. And you can take that to the bank. This is true of you talking with your children, with your spouse, with an employee, an employer. If you make statements of fact, there's a tendency to doubt it because they know you're trying to convince them, persuade them. And there's the normal defenses that people put up. See, another thing we must realize, if I ask you the right questions, it will confirm that you're going ahead. And that's another important part of questioning. It just confirms they're going ahead. And there's another very important word that's part of questioning, and that word is the word rationalize. You see, if I ask you the right questions, I will help you rationalize the decision. And that's really what we do in our business. Think about a person that you've done business with. Maybe you called them on the phone and they did not want to meet you. You have said the right things, asked the right questions. They said, fine, let's get together. Well, you helped them rationalize meeting you. The word rationalize is a very important word in what we do.